With the release of OP05, we received new yellow cards specifically for the Sky Island archetype, or better known as Skypiea. These yellow cards introduced are not leader locked or specific, meaning we can use this package with other yellow leaders and it's not only for Enel. With every new yellow cards introduced, you bet I'll be cooking something up for the yellow Yamato leader. But before we start with the deck list, let's just talk a little about what the leader does and why I think it might be good in this format. Yamato is a 5000 attack leader with 5 life. Its effect is when you're at 2 life or less and he has a Dawn attached to him, he gains 1000 attack power during the opponent's turn. This makes him a 6000 leader, and we all know how good a 6000 power leader is. In the first week of OP05, we see a lot of Red Purple Law running around. Although Red Purple Law is really strong, possibly a tier 1 contender for this format, it struggles against leaders with 6000 power, as most of their stuff only has 5000 power and they can't commit to attach a Dawn to each of their attackers to attack the leaders. Which is why I feel Yamato could be a sleeper pick or even an underrated leader in this format. So let's have a look at my Yamato list. As of now, I've only tested it a couple of games using this list against Red Purple Law, and I love this consistency and aggressiveness of the deck. So here we have the deck list. Firstly, we are playing 2 copies of 8 cost category. Reason why I am playing him is because it is still a good card in yellow. Being able to throw a body that you can't clear into the opponent's life, or even add your own characters back into your life to avoid being killed or to reuse their effects like Shura, which I'll talk about more later. Also has an on-play trigger which helps you to gain more cards. And I'm only playing 2 copies, but will consider playing more, maybe playset of 4 if I'm playing the Trigger Zoro. Next, we are playing 2 of the best yellow staples, which are Beige and Blocker Sanji. Next, we are playing 4 Yamato. Yamato is a really strong card which allows you to heal 1 when you're at 1 life, and also depending on the total number of life you have and the opponent, you can remove the opponent's character. It is also a strong body, being a 9k attacker. So Yamato serves as a character that can heal you. At the same time, it acts as a remover and has a big body. Next, we are playing, I would say, the most annoying card in this deck, Enel. Enel is a 7 cost, 7000 attack character with Rush. Its ability is once per turn, if this card is removed from the field, you can trash a life instead. This means if the opponent plays a 9 cost Mihawk to bottom deck Enel, I can simply trash a life and Enel will remain on the field. However, if there is a Luffy character on the field, then this effect is negated. So 7 cost Enel is a really sticky character and could possibly combo with the leader's ability, or if you plan to play a 9 cost Yamato the following turn. Next, we have Gedatsu, which is also another strong card that yellow received in OP05. Its effect is on play you can KO an opponent character based on their life or lesser. It is a removal on play which yellow has been lacking other than Yamato. To me, this card feels like a 5 cost Marco, being 5 cost and 6000 attack, and also removes on play. But the thing is, as the game progresses towards the later stage of the game, this card usefulness drops. So it's best to play it on curve or as early as you can. The next 2 cards are Konis and Satori. They are in here because they are 2000 counters and because they are Skypiea. Satori trigger allows you to discard a card and play him out. As for Konis, you will probably never play her out to the field. It's mostly there for the 2k counters. Next, we have Shura, our on-play searcher. Its trigger effect is it allows you to play him out just like our East Blue Nami. So like discussed earlier, if you have Shura on the field and you play down an 8 cost category, you can actually put Shura at the top of your life, and when your opponent swings into your life, you trigger Shura out, and yeah, you get to trigger Shura and get a free search. The next 4 cards are the Skypiea vanilla cards, which is Nora, 5 cost 7k attacker, and Holy, which is a 3 cost 5k attacker. I would play the Trigger Zoro in their place if I have them, so these 4 slots are more of a flex slot. The last character I have is 7 cost Mom. 7 cost Mom is still a strong character with 8000 attack, and on play being able to either trash the opponent's life or heal yours. I could see myself increasing the count, but for now it remains at 1. Now for the events, we are playing 4 copies of Eltor, which is the yellow version of Radical Beam, and we all know how good Radical Beam is. Eltor gives you plus 2000 attack, but if both you and the opponent's life is at 2 life or less, it gains additional 2k counter. This works well with Yamato because typically you'll be sitting at 2 life, and being an aggressive yellow deck, the opponent should be at 2 life or lesser when you activate this card. Next we are playing 3 Nakibura Arrow, which if you are at 2 life or less, give one of the opponent's leader or character minus 3000 attack during this turn, which is good for characters or leaders that can reactive themselves. Also, having 7 copies of 1 cost counter seems fine for now, because during the late stage of the game, you always want to invest 1 Dawn to your leader to get that 6000 power during the opponent's turn, so meaning you're only left with 9, and when you're playing your big bodies towards the end of the game, you will most likely not have enough Dawns to play 2 cost or 3 cost counter events. Finally, the last card in the deck, it's Upper Yard. It is a stage card where on play, search for a Skypiea card and add it to your hand. It only works once, but it's also a good consistency card. Even if you don't need it, you can trash it away from your hand if you trigger into like your Sanji or even your Satori. So that is my yellow Yamato deck for OP05. I'm still working on the list and hope to bring this deck to my locals and continually improve it. If there are any updates on the list, I'll be sure to share it with you guys. If you've enjoyed this video or found it useful, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking this video. We are really close to 3k subs. Also drop a comment below to let me know what you think of this deck. I'm also on Twitter or X, where I post more One Piece TCG content. As always, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.